Good morning from the Black Hills National Forest in South Dakota. We just arrived here last night in the later evening, and we're staying in this beautiful log cabin here behind me. It's absolutely amazing. So our cabin is just outside the city of Deadwood. It's basically like stepping into an old western town from the 1800s. It was a gold rush town, so it kind of popped up out of nowhere. There's tons of casinos, restaurants, reenactment of cowboy shootouts. It's going to be really interesting to see. We have been here before. We've been here in the winter. Now it's the end of July. It's about 28 degrees and it's only 9 a.m. So it's going to be a scorcher and a very different experience from coming in the winter. So today we are just going to head into Deadwood and just explore around the city. Then later on we're going to go for a little hike. As you can probably imagine, there are tons and tons of hikes around the Black Hills. So we're going to try to do one of those and then we're going to head back into Deadwood to try some food. Alright, so we just took a little bit of a drive through Deadwood, and on the other side we've come up to Mount Moriah Cemetery. The cemetery is a little bit of a strange tourist destination, but it's really interesting here because there are two famous Old Western sharpshooters buried here. We've got Wild Bill and we've got Calamity Jane, so we're going to check that out. There is an admission by donation, which is kind of weird also for a cemetery, but that's okay. People have left some various items. Deck of cards, some bullets. My parents have been here before and then they've seen little bottles of whiskey left here. Very appropriate. I was particularly interested to come see this because I've just finished reading a biography on Wild Bill. A very excellent biography, one of the best I've ever read, I think. I'll put the name of the author on the screen because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but he just lived a fascinating life, and Deadwood is where he was shot and killed, and he was buried in the cemetery, so just thought I'd make a little bit of a pilgrimage to come check that out because, yeah, it was just a great biography to read. And then also, like, the scenery is obviously beautiful just to go for a little walk around. We've left the cemetery now and just came down to the bottom of the hill right outside the cemetery, and we're gonna go visit the Adams house right behind me, which is a historical house here in Deadwood. It was built, I think, in the late 1800s, and basically there was a lady who lived in it, and when she passed away in the 40s, it was just left the way it was. So it's really interesting to look back in time and just see how people used to live. And I'm already noticing that this house is so interesting architecturally from the outside. But I'm already falling behind. Everyone's gone in ahead of me. You have to visit on a guided tour, and my dad just bought the tickets. I don't know how much they are, but I'll let you know. Tour is starting right now.
This piano right here arrived here in Deadwood in 1878 by a wagon train from Chicago.
of the sinks. Interesting door.
Those are actually pictures of his daughters.
Hey, just finished that tour there. That was way more interesting than I was expecting. The tour guide was very, very excellent, very informative of everything in the house. So I was very wrong when I was talking about the history before I went into the house. It was actually owned by 3 different families. A ton of history in that house. To be honest, I can't even begin to start explaining the history of it, so I'm not going to try. Highly recommend. Alright, we just come for a little bit of a drive outside of Deadwood. We're going to do a little bit of a hike. It's called the Devil's Bathtub. So we're just at the trailhead now, and it's supposed to be a really quick hike. Excellent views. And the water looks so clean and clear. Oh, we're getting wet. Or maybe not. I don't think there's any escaping getting wet. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Come 1 in a dozen, the other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I seek what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
So these are interesting rocks. Wow. There's a lot of people here.
Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen.
I have shed the shoes.
11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing.
This is the Devil's Bathtub.
Just open the door. One thing certain, I always
Look out! How is that? Yeah?
Hey! Yeah!
Freezing!
I know. Hey! Good luck at panic at the end.
Yeah. That was awesome. I'm going again.
There we go.
Yeah, there's like a thin layer of like housing or something, so it's the rocks are slippery. It's definitely hurt.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure. But one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be
Right, we're back in Deadwood City now. We went back to the house, showered up, and now we're just waiting for our restaurant table to be ready. They said it would be about an hour, so we're just kind of chilling out.
Hey, you! What are you talking about? That's a waste of pepperoni. That's not pepperoni on a piece of stone. Wait, dog, that's good pepperoni. People eat that.
We got a dead man walking, folks, down to the trial.
Well, what a day. Such a long day. We got up early and went to the Mount Moriah Cemetery. We saw the, oh, what was it called? The house. We toured around Deadwood a little bit. Actually won about $40 in the slot machines, by the way. Then we went for an epic hike and swam in the river and slid down those rock water slides, which was probably one of the coolest hikes we've ever been on. Then we just came back into the town and had an awesome meal, really Western style restaurant, and then an even more Western style saloon, which was apparently, both of the places we were at were like from old Western times, like 150 years old, so that was really fun to see. And this is only the first day, so we've got a whole bunch more happening. We've got 3 more days here, so tomorrow is going to be a huge day as well. Great start to the trip.